We're going to see something special in this one. I think we might. Dino Topmüller does like a special. And how special was that? Robert Lewandowski makes it 2-0.
Robert Lewandowski was the most dominant striker in world football between 2020 and 2021. He shattered scoring records, lifted trophies, and outperformed even the biggest names in the game. Yet, despite his historic numbers, he walked away without a single Ballon d'Or. Fans, experts, and even fellow players called it one of football's biggest injustices. How could the best player in the world, with the stats and silverware to prove it, be denied twice? The story begins in 2020, when Lewandowski reached the absolute peak of his career. And just as the world expected his golden moment, everything changed. In 2020, Robert Lewandowski produced one of the greatest individual seasons in football history. He scored 55 goals in 47 matches, guided Bayern Munich to the Bundesliga, the German Cup, and the Champions League, completing a historic treble. Week after week, he was unstoppable, scoring in every Champions League knockout game, including the final. No player in Europe matched his dominance, and for once, there was no debate. Analysts, coaches, and fans agreed. Lewandowski was the undisputed favorite for the Ballon d'Or, but then came the shock. France Football announced the award would be cancelled due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the first cancellation since the award began in 1956. While domestic leagues resumed, trophies were awarded, and Bayern lifted Europe's biggest prize, the Ballon d'Or was scrapped. The timing couldn't have been crueler. The golden year of Lewandowski's career vanished without recognition. Fans called it unfair. Experts called it cruel, and even rivals admitted 2020 should have been his year. Yet the heartbreak didn't stop him. In 2020/21, Lewandowski returned stronger, breaking Gerd Müller's legendary record by scoring 41 Bundesliga goals in a single season, a mark thought untouchable for nearly 50 years. Once again, he was seen as the clear favorite for the 2021 Ballon d'Or. But when the night came, the award went to Lionel Messi. The decision stunned the football world. Messi's year was highlighted by finally winning the Copa America with Argentina. But in pure numbers and club success, Lewandowski's record was superior. Even Messi admitted in his speech that Lewandowski had deserved the 2020 award. Still, voters placed him second. 2 golden opportunities gone in consecutive years. For many, it wasn't just disappointment, it was the greatest robbery in Ballon d'Or history. The Ballon d'Or has never been judged on numbers alone. It has always been shaped by emotion, narrative, and legacy. In 2021, Lionel Messi's Copa America triumph became the defining story of the year. It was his first major international trophy after years of heartbreak with Argentina. And for many voters, that emotional breakthrough outweighed Robert Lewandowski's record-shattering Bundesliga season. Messi's victory carried a symbolic weight, a national hero finally achieving what had long eluded him. And that storyline resonated strongly with journalists and voters across the globe. Critics, however, argue this is where the Ballon d'Or loses its credibility. Instead of rewarding the most dominant player statistically, it often favors bigger names, romantic narratives, and even political influence. Legacy votes are another factor. Ballots cast with the idea of cementing a player's historic standing rather than recognizing who truly outperformed everyone else that year. Unfortunately, Lewandowski did not command the same worldwide narrative power. He was a relentless goal scorer, a professional admired by peers, but not the global superstar with decades of myth behind his name. Still, numbers do not lie. Lewandowski was statistically superior in both 2020 and 2021. FIFA acknowledged it, awarding him the best men's player 2 years in a row. Yet, when it came to football's most prestigious individual prize, he stood on stage as runner-up twice. Supporters call it the biggest robbery in Ballon d'Or history, while others argue Messi's Copa America justified the choice. Whichever side you believe, one truth remains undeniable. Lewandowski's peak years deserved golden recognition. Instead, history remembers a legend without the trophy he earned on the pitch, leaving fans to endlessly debate what should have been. Robert Lewandowski's peak defined football excellence. In 2020, the pandemic canceled his rightful Ballon d'Or, and in 2021, Messi's narrative stole the spotlight. Numbers, trophies, and dominance were not enough. History will always remember his brilliance, but also the injustice that left him without the golden ball. Was Lewandowski truly robbed of the Ballon d'Or? Or was it just football politics at play? Share your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more deep dives into football's most debated stories.